Okay, welcome to Colonist Academy. Okay, so today we are playing again, one versus one, my favorite game. I wanted to spend some time on the starting, the position of your starting settlements. Okay, so it's my turn now. I normally prioritize ore. There you go, ore and bricks. So that 1058, it is really nice, pointing towards the coast, so we can go and grab that generic port, the 3-1 port. There's two of them, one towards, one north, one south. But let's see as the game progresses what we're gonna do. Okay, so now it's my opponent's turn, and they can place both their settlements, and then we'll go back to us. And now we're gonna need wood, wool, we're gonna need wheat. So let's see. This one looks good. This brick is not ideal as an 11, but we got 8, 5 and 6. So this is a good placement with a nice wool number, a nice number 6 for wood. And we're off. Okay, so we can immediately build a road. And this is a good strategy, get a generic port as soon as possible will be very helpful in building up the game, as we of course save one card for every trade. 2-player matches, nobody really trades. I've tried a couple of times, but yeah, in a 1-to-1 there's basically no trade, so you gotta do it yourself. So it's very important to have a very strong initial placement. Again, make sure you always have bricks, make sure you always have wheat, grains, and of course wood. Brick and wood in the initial phases, absolutely key to build roads. To build settlement, of course, you need bricks, wood, wool, and wheat. And then ore, of course, is the material we need to build cities. So we only have 5 settlements. Once those are down, we need to upgrade them to city to get them back and be able to lay down more settlement. Okay, so my opponent is taking some time. They're doing okay though. They built another. They start with that 384. They managed to build a couple of roads, get some extra wood there on number 6. But, I'm building as well. I think I am getting very few wheat from that 5. I also have 2 5s, so I rely on 5 to get both wheat and wool. So not ideal, but not bad either. It's a good number. Comes out often. Here we go. See, we are changing 4 bricks to get a single wood. Now, you would say, we would have expected to have wood. We have a nice 6 on wood, but dices, huh? Dices are, there you go, very random by definition. Okay, cool. So next round we should be able to build. a settlement. So here we go. And we get that generic port. Fantastic. There's nothing else really we can do. Maybe a road, but we wait. Another thing I do sometimes is wait. Wait a round or two, or wait to build a road until I also have the materials to build the settlement, so that my opponent doesn't see what I'm doing. For example, now, see my opponent has built that big road going up, and we could definitely go and exploit that. If we had the right materials, we could go and cut it in half, for example, in the between 11 and 10. We could build there, coming up from the right, or we could. There you go. I just bought an extra wood, but we don't have enough to build a settlement. Okay, if you do something like that, like cutting off someone's road, you need to be ready with a settlement. Okay, cool. They placed the robber on us. That's no problem. We roll a dice. We get a brick. Yeah, no way to build. Okay, we carry on. We wait. It's a waiting game, but let's see. Also, that 4, 9, 11 looks really good. That's a lot of wheat, and we are heading towards a wheat port as well. So that 4 and 9 be amazing to grab. Here we go. We exchanged 3 wool to get a wheat, so we can now build 2 roads, get up to that 4, 9, 11, and boom, build the place, build a settlement. This also shortens Photo Mum road, so the road is now 6 instead of 7. So that's if there is a way to build halfway through the road, you should definitely take it, and shorten your opponent's road. Remember, the longest road, anything over 5 pieces becomes the longest road, and it gives you 2 points, 2 victory points. So pretty important. Same as the army. So basically collecting development cards and using your knights to build your army. Okay, I'm gonna speed up this middle bit a bit. We are both at 6 points. I'm still aiming to build a settlement over that wheat port, which will also give us a bit more wood, which always helps. And 6 is not coming out often, so we now both stuck at 6. Okay. See also the you see how the wall, like the ship, can really stop your progression, right? That 5 is not really coming out, right? So we're struggling to get wool. Here we go. A 5, 1 is blocked by the robber. Shame. That's also why you should buy development cards. Make sure you always have a knight with you. Like a medieval damsel, you need a knight always at your disposal. Now it's our turn to place the robber. 3, not a massive number, but our opponent, you can see, has a city and 2 settlement on it, which means 4 ore cards when drawing a 3. Anyway, they use the knight and put it back on our 5, which is, you see how important that 4 and 9 are now, as our opponent really likes to block our number 5, which is, of course, has a city and gives us 2 wheat cards. And 5 is a number that draws out really often. Despite being a 4 dots, I feel like 5 has good odds. Here we go, boom. We add another settlement there. We get another generic port, which we don't need, but the extra wheat definitely is. Both at 9 points. Photobomb definitely going off with the longest road, despite our cut there in the 4 and 9. That was a very good move. We were lucky we could do that. We would be without wheat by now, without that. So, wow, that was a lot of ore flying around. What's going on? Oh, I used the Monopoly card. Right, so the Monopoly card is one of the development cards. You can use it to steal all cards from all players, of a specific material. So in that case, I got all of the ore that allowed me to build a city and more. Here we go. We're now getting number 8, really producing a lot of bricks. It's nice. We got 3. Photobomb got 2. Okay, now we got some wood. Okay, so we are at 11. We really need to start thinking how we can win this one. The longest road is gone. We're not going to be able to take those 2 points, and Photobomb has really built a safety net there. You can see there's a settlement every 2 pieces of road, which basically stops us from being able to cut it in the middle. She also has 1 road at the top that will join with the other 4 bits on on the 843 and the 8410. So yes, we should really concentrate, I guess, on maybe building. We still have 2 cities and 1 settlement, so we could, in theory, build 3 settlements into cities, which it's 5 points, so way more than what we need. We need 4 points. Now, of course, getting development cards can give you victory points as well. You can see I have 3 already. So, in reality, I don't have much on the board. I have 8 points on the board, but I got 3 victory points by buying development cards. So that's how important they are, and that's how much they can make a difference. Now, of course, this might go against my own YouTube channel, but on colonist.io you can drop in and watch other people matches, so that's a really nice feature. Or if you like my commentary, maybe just continue watching here. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share. Invite your friends. Buy a Catan board. This is a great way to learn online, play with other people, play with bots, but there's nothing like a board game night. All right, so shout out to Catan for creating this game. go and buy the board, the board game. I have like 3. I gifted one, and then I got one for London. I got one for when I'm back home in Italy. Like, there's never enough Catan board games. Right, what's happening here? I am exchanging and buying. There you go. So I have been building, as we were saying. So we can now add another city over that 5, 6, 11. That should give us a bit more wool. We've been struggling to get wool. But yeah, we are now up to 13 points. Now, our opponent has been using a lot of knights. They got the biggest army. Too late for now. Too late for us, to catch them up on that. We will have to buy the development cards, hoping we get knights, and then you can only use one per round. So our best shot is continue building, and the cards look nice. There we go. So we won by surpassing them on the longest road, just by 1. That's all you need. Like and subscribe.